right, looks like we are up. Go in. Hello, Mr. Trevino. How are you, sir? Mickey. There's Mr. Mickey Finn on the line. Let's make sure. Hey, Frank or Mickey or Miss Faith, how are you? Can someone confirm with me real quick that you can hear me at least, hear and see the screen? Get that confirmation first. And all right, loud and clear. All right, excellent. Thank you so very much. All right, well, we're going to have a get straight to the point meeting this morning. No one's getting chewed out or anything like that. We're just going to get straight to it. We've got a lot of very large ongoing projects that we've been working on these last few weeks. We're hoping to get one that we haven't even told you about launched this week. It has to do with recruiting. It's a new system that we're actually working on, and we're super excited about it. We think you will be too, but we are just, you've heard the busy as a one-legged man hanging wallpaper. So that's kind of been our week these last couple of weeks, especially coming into this week. We had our own mental deadline of having it ready by Friday, and there is still a lot of coding and a lot of setup stuff that has to be completed before we get that done. Let's see. Just one more quick confirmation real quick, and we will dig in. All right, everything looks good. We're a little gun shy after the webinar crashed on us a couple of weeks ago and wouldn't run. So, okay, here we go. All right, July 23rd. I pulled a few of our tips and tricks up from a webinar that we did, goodness, probably a couple of months ago now. And we've added a few new tips and tricks because of some of the new tools, especially the complimentary listings that we brought to you guys and gals. So let's go ahead and dig in here. Hope you enjoy this. When placing door stickers out around town, make sure that you are the authority when walking into the place of business to put the sticker up. However, use the complimentary listing ahead of time before walking in. Some businesses don't allow stickers for their franchise rules, and as you know, you just can't put a sticker on the door. That's fine. But those local mom and pop businesses generally are good with it. And on that, oops, my PowerPoint's out of order. Let's go ahead and go to our second one here. Yep, there we go. Okay. And don't start with the beacon. Start with the complimentary listing. Throw in a door sticker, maybe a table tent, maybe a small stack of takeaway cards on your first visit, all for free. Just some ideas if you want to. They stop promoting, you'll pull the complimentary listing down. Does that make sense? If they are good with putting the sticker up on the door, maybe putting they allow you to put a few takeaway cards on their countertop, maybe even throw in a table tent. All these items are pretty much at cost in your portal back there. We don't make any money off those things. You can get a few of those things in and use them to your own power doing with the complimentary listing, which is also one of your free tools. So my PowerPoint's out of order here. Let's make sure we recap. Put your sticker out around town, only starting with those businesses that you have a complimentary listing set up for, and everyone should know how to do that. Go to your resources portal. You can put a few free non-promo businesses. We're not talking about community kickoff here. That's a totally different animal there. That's for demoing your beacon. We're talking about the complimentary listings tool that we gave you guys a week and a half, almost 2 weeks ago now, where you could put those free listings up. I am proud to announce that we now have almost 600 businesses across the nation set up in complimentary listing. They're up, they're running, they're working full blast. Obviously, we are still a couple of hundred behind getting those entered in, but we hope by the end of the day that we'll have actually all those entered in. So use that complimentary business listing, walk in, say, hey, we got you on the app, you're clickable, here's your business, here's the picture of your business, color promo there, here's about your business. Of course, there's no promo, no coupon, no login, no beacon, no nothing, but could put a sticker on your door. Now, you're not saying all that. You're just saying, here's your complimentary listing. We're finding that and feedback. Actually, I just got an email early this morning when I got into the office from one of our seniors out there saying, hey, he had a great weekend. He went around sticking stickers on doors, and people are 10 times more likely to let you stick the sticker on their door. They're happy that they've got a free ad in the app. So use those complimentary listings, get a sticker put out, throw some takeaway cards because they're really cheap in large packs there for you. You put a few on their countertop, throw a table tent on there. A 10-pack of table tents is dirt cheap there, and walk out. That's it. Don't present the beacon until you walk back in a few days later. And make sure that when you were there, the owner or manager got the app on his or her phone, because when you walk back in with the beacon, that's when you say, hey, would you like to have a login to your to your portal and actually contact with the business or with the vehicles going up and down the street and use this as a retention tool. Much, much easier with the complimentary listings. Create a little friendly competition. I'm going to move on down to our third one. Since I can't make it a surprise on our PowerPoint here, since I got them out of order, create some friendly competition between rival businesses. This is pretty clever input from some of our consultants. What they're doing is they know the competing businesses around town. So what they're doing is they're going to the lesser aggressive one and they're setting up a complimentary listing on that. Why? Well, because then they're going to their competition who they know is aggressive. How do they know they're aggressive? Well, they run ads in the newspaper. They're always putting banners and signs, and they're being proactive with their marketing to get customers in. They're going to the less aggressive business first and giving them the complimentary listing, knowing that a pretty good chance their aggressive competition that's proactive with the marketing are more apt to jump on the system first. So they're going to the less aggressive and giving the free complimentary listing out there. Then going to the other business and saying, hey, your competition's on here. Do you mind if we put a sticker on the door? And they're like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Let me take a look at this. They're proactive. So in that type of meeting, you could go ahead and bring up the beacon. Hey, let me show you something your competition isn't doing at this time. Can I show you something? You got the app. Hang on one second. Let me go out to my car. I'm going to grab what we call a beacon. Your promo, Mr. Business Owner, that we're going to set up for you here, you can actually force this onto the phones that are driving by up and down the street every day. And then mention how the competing business over there is promoting the app over there with their complimentary free listing, but they don't have access to this system. So it's almost like a shared local database of customers for the mom and pop businesses around town. Hence, shop local is our passion in the company. Starting to see the big picture there. So that's a really clever one there. Also, show your Facebook local app download campaign. Had a couple of consultants contact us in saying, hey, show the business owner where the campaign is running. In other words, and you don't have to pay for a Facebook campaign to show this working. You broadcasting out, you manually starting that viral effect there locally is very effective, like we talked about. So show the business owner. Show them that local people are downloading the app, the new community app, all your community promos, or your community events, and all of your listings and everything that are going in there for the events down towards the bottom, and how the small businesses actually use the system there as well. So show them that free vacation promotion and how locals are actually downloading the system. Lastly, study those local businesses who are already paying big bucks for the marketing. That's where we were talking about just a second ago, of starting with the non-aggressive one, maybe for a couple of business listings per category, complimentary listings. Make sure all your categories are active in there. We don't advise necessarily overdoing it on that, because you could, we don't know what kind of reverse effects that could have. Too many people having too many free listings in the app. How would you get your sales? We're not sure. We don't have testing on that yet. So we advise, unless you're just a super powerful salesman or saleswoman like we do have out there in the field, we kind of advise, to at least get a few for each category on there. Okay? We're talking about complimentary listings to kind of light your app up and then go from there. It's a huge help, is the feedback we're getting. That's actually all we have. I'm going to wrap up and take some questions here real quick. So if you want to type a few of those in before we hop off of here. Sorry to be so brief. We just have so much going on around the office. We want to make our deadline so we get that next latest, greatest sales tool out to you. We're excited about. After today's meeting, we're going to start recording a weekly training video that will replace the live webinar trainings each and every Monday. 90% of the team are unable to attend with us here live on Monday mornings. I'm sure you noticed we have a small handful of people that show up live on Monday mornings, which is fine. We do these for the actual recordings because we have sometimes not quite 200, sometimes closer to 400 people watch the recordings. No kidding, on a Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, whenever they're off work. So we do have a lot of consultants that still work a day job, obviously, That's the way it's supposed to be for the majority of the team anyway, and they're working on Monday mornings, so they can't attend. So what we're going to do is we're going to start, this is going to be our last week, just to recap, our last week for a real live webinar. We're going to take the time to go through every week and record our trainings in depth for that new latest, greatest features and all of our stuff going out there. And we're going to send those out probably same time, probably Monday by noon. You're going to have your weekly training recording since very few people are able to show up live and hundreds show up for the next 2 or 3 days. Individual people, not including the 20, 30, sometimes 40 we have on live on Monday morning. So we figure that's going to be a lot better way of communicating with the team, because it's pretty tough to get everybody in the same room at the same time, I will tell you. So using the complimentary listings, as we've talked about, to your benefit, make sure you're submitting at least 3, 4, maybe 5 tops businesses for each category of your app. Now, if you're in a really small town of 5,000, 10,000, maybe even 15,000 or under, you might only want to do a couple listings per category. Don't overdo it unless you are a born salesman or saleswoman that we talked about a second ago, and you got the confidence you can get it done, go for it. But for the rest of you that just do this part-time, maybe a couple of 3 per category makes the app light up correctly, okay? Oh, and one other thing, please, 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 please. There's only been a couple of you that have done this, and I think it's just because you didn't watch the recordings thoroughly. Please don't submit a complimentary business listing until you have community events in your community app, okay? You don't want people downloading the app. You don't want to go out doing your sales. You don't want to do anything with your business at all until you have your complimentary listing, your complimentary, my goodness, I'm going off on the wrong page here. Until you have your community events. We got so many C words around here. Until you have your community events lit up in the app. The front screen of the NETcinity app is its usability to the general overall public, all the end users. Make sure you have that lit up there, and everyone should know how to do this. If you don't, shame on you. Maybe you've fell off the face of the earth for the last few weeks. Get on your resources portal and request your community events portal. We are now giving you out a free portal that controls your app and what all the front screen, all the events, push notifications about community events are all on that. Make sure you get access to that, light it up, and then blow out your Facebook campaign for end users there locally. You don't have to spend money on Facebook if you don't want to. Just ask a huge favor of all your friends and family if they would just reshare this link, please. And there it is. And it's on our Facebook, our main Facebook wall. That's all there is to it. You want to promote it? You want to throw $50 at it for the month? You'll be surprised at how many thousands and thousands and thousands of reach you'll get for 50 to 100 bucks on Facebook. You'll be very impressed if you've never done that before. It's very economical. So our next thing is making sure you're getting all that done and then submit the complimentary listings for businesses. Are we clear? Okay. All right. Last thing, make sure you're ordering supplies from the site. Hardly a day or sometimes 2 days ever goes by when someone hasn't ordered supplies, whether that's some extra door stickers, whether that's takeaway cards, whether that's some table tents. Get just a bare minimum there, guys, for very, very economical. You don't even have to get a 50-pack of stickers if you don't want to. However, when you are setting up your complimentary listings, give them a few takeaway cards, give them a table tent, thank them for letting you stick a sticker on the door and doing this, and in turn, they've got a complimentary listing on the side. Come back later and show them the power of the beacon. And that's actually all we've got. So let's see. Hang on 1 second. Let's see here. And there we go. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I probably hit everybody. I knew we had several on vacation today. I knew our attendance would be low for live. So many people are on summer vacation, either escaping the heat in the south here or escaping the rain on the East Coast. Or the West Coast for heat. My goodness, California has been up there with Texas in the hundreds. Let's see. There we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today, good morning. Yard signs. Thank you, Frank. That's a good one. So this week. We actually didn't get this done last week because we keep redesigning, Frank, and we sleep on this and come back in the next morning and say, QR code's not big enough on the yard sign, and we'll bump that up. And then we realize, you know, gosh, something else is small, or this color right here might be hard to read if you were driving 40 miles an hour down the road and saw it. Frank brings up a good point. Coming very, very soon in the coming days to your NETcinity resources portal, we are ordering yard signs. Now, yard signs are like these, we're ordering the pretty good size one, the big 24 by 18 ones that you see for like most of the time that you see for like political signs. There are these the really thick plastic coated cardboard kind of pieces there that are weatherproof, you know, and they come with the H stake, you know, that just sticks in the ground. They're double-sided, they're full color, and they promote the new local community app NETcinity that's in your town. Now, we're not going to be able to customize those. It's just going to say our town has a new local community app. Support our small local businesses. It shows the QR code, it shows the NETcinity, and it shows them download the NETcinity app. And the QR code is something they can scan. We know in the real life scenario, no one's able to generally get a yard sign in with a QR code. We are going to stick it on there for those that are in a trafficy area. Most yard signs aren't. I admit yard signs are kind of expensive until you order the things in bulk. Now, yard signs average anywhere from 15 to 20 bucks, at least double-sided full color, big ones like what we're getting. However, since we are ordering these things by the hundreds, we've actually got these things down to your cost of somewhere under $4 a piece. Shipping on them is not too bad because they don't weigh a lot, but they come in a pretty good size box. The box is 26 by 26 by 4 inches deep. You will be able to order a 10-pack at a time. You'll need a minimum of 10. It's not worth shipping one $4 yard sign, or a little under $4, I think is what they come out to be for y'all's cost, which is our cost. We're just passing it on to you. You won't be able to do much with one. So we figured a 10-pack was probably the most effective there. So you'll be able to order a 10-pack. You'll be able to stick these out around town, and it says, we have a new community app. Support the local mom and pop shop, local businesses with our new community app, NETcinity. And you'll be able to order as many of those as you want. We're going to order several hundred at a time. Thank you, Frank. I got so wrapped up in our complimentary listings, I forgot to announce that. Those are getting ordered. We're ordering it in big bulk. They did admit it was going to be a little bit of a slowdown on delivery, so we hope within the week, maybe week, at the minimum a week, but probably no longer than 2 weeks max. We'll have those available on the resources portal. Thank you, Frank. Thinking ahead of me there. Let's see. Which have you found to be more effective to make sales, by phone or face-to-face? Tracy, we haven't had anybody that's been successful by phone at all. Being a call center type of guy, this is how I was so successful in the merchant credit card servicing business for both recruiting and finding merchants as well, and producing leads for reps. And also in the software sales business, we sold a lot of software over the phone for the stock market back a few years ago. So I am a call center kind of guy. I like to bring in 30, 50. I've never had any more than 50 employees in a call center, but in previous companies, I love it. We haven't figured it out yet, Tracy. The over-the-phone sales for NETcinity has, for what little barely testing we've done, we can't figure out how to make it work when the beacon is involved, because you have the beacon there, to really prove it. So once we figure that out, we will definitely bring that to you with phone scripts and setups and everything. But right now, every single one of our clients, I'm pretty positive, have all been face-to-face on that. Good question, though, but we're working on it. That would be my dream if hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of phone calls can be made a day and produce leads for you guys and gals as well. That would be super powerful. Let's see. Hey, Wayne. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Could there be a small blank area to make room for personalized bumper sticker? Maybe. And do you mean on Frank? Are you talking Frank's question, guys? I think you can read these actually. Could there be a small blank area to make room for a personalized bumper sticker? Maybe. You're talking about maybe contact me kind of things. The two reasons, obviously, we didn't make the yard signs. I don't think you're talking about yard signs. I don't think. Tell me if you are. But the reason we didn't make the yard signs personable is because obviously ordering them in bulk, getting them down from technically around 17, 18 bucks a piece. And then once we got up, over a couple, 300 of them, we could actually get those things down to, 250 and 275 a piece. And then you add color to them and you add double-sided and they come on up to the upper threes on that. It would be really tough you can't custom order and order in bulk. Does that make sense? You can't actually do both. So that's one reason we didn't do it for that. And for the second reason is we weren't after businesses. The businesses, sure, they pass by those yard signs, but the yard signs were for the end user who did not actually need to call or contact someone on that. Maybe, possibly, Frank, we could actually make the yard sign maybe available on, I know Vistaprint sells yard signs, and you can order them by the 1s and 2s and 3s. They're back up pretty high, 18, 20, 22 bucks, I think, to where you could customize them. And then you have to pay for shipping, on top of that 20 bucks. So we'll see if we can figure that out. For the sale. Yes. Phone number for the sales. Yeah, we just didn't think the yard signs were for the businesses. For someone, you got to realize you have your phone number, your contact information on a road. A slow road going through town is 15,000 cars a day. So I'm not real sure about the phone number on that since we're targeting app downloads, not sales on the yard signs anyway. So yes, most definitely. Let's see. Hey, Mr. Charles, to get into the door. Oh, you're talking about, yes, Charles, you're talking about an intro script to set up an appointment. Yes, we can actually hire companies that will do appointment setting. They are very expensive, and yeah, we just have to really think through that. If we gave the system out, basically what we would do there, Charles, you're absolutely right. Charles is talking about not closing on the phone, but just setting an appointment. You're absolutely right. There are appointment setters out there. They're just as high as actually making the sale because they've still got to take some manpower to get that. We could probably do some kind of co-oping program to where we could get in with a call center, which I know a few that could actually do appointment setting for us on that. It would be a few $100s a week, obviously, even with the co-oping there, because it takes a lot of manpower to get those things set up. So yeah, that's something we could definitely look into on that for sure. In fact, our new recruiting stuff is co-op based. We've got some new systems and machines set up to where someone comes in and pays for some training and pays for some kits coming out, which produces a higher upfront cost for a salesperson whom you would recruit. And we're setting that automated system up to where you get the recruit. The recruit actually pays for their training, so they've got skin in the game right up front, more than just training, actually. Some pretty big kits out there, but and you get to make the commissions off of them. So that's what we're working on right now, but you're talking about for client sales, I understand. Consider a virtual assistant, very inexpensive way to have someone set appointments for you. Yes, if we could get those to work, Jeff. So back last year, we actually ran some large voicemail drop campaigns out to both consumers and end users. And it's kind of like a virtual assistant. It was very inexpensive to actually run thousands through the droves, but it didn't produce much of anything, because the human contact wasn't there. So it's something we would definitely look into again. But we tried that actually last year. So we figured out it was going to take a human being on the phone setting the appointment if we did something on that. Okay. Oh, you mean to make an appointment, Tracy? Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, guys and gals, let's go ahead and hop off of here. Let's see. How about your car? Joey. Hey, Joey. Wrapping your car with a NETcinity download. You know what? I don't know if you guys and gals have seen the magnetic door stickers, those large door stickers, NETcinity magnetic car stickers that Vistaprint has. Our contact Francine there at Vistaprint, I was talking to her just last week, and I had no idea how many of you were actually ordering that magnetic car door sticker. I had no idea there was that many out there. She said it's a hotter commodity almost than business cards. So just to make sure you guys and gals know, if you go to our resources portal, you'll see the Vistaprint. The Vistaprint is actually an online store and it's nothing but all NETcinity stuff. And of course, there's flyers and all kinds of stuff and T-shirts and things like that. But if you look closely and dig through there, you'll find a NETcinity car magnet in there that puts your name and your phone number actually on it. And you're right. I had no idea how many people were putting those on their cars and running around. So it's a good insight. Let's see. A sizzle call for a number to tell about NETcinity. So yes, hey Burrell, we did think about doing a recorded presentation on the phone for NETcinity. We considered that, but we can't drive people into it using automated virtual machines to do that. We tried that last year; it didn't work. But yeah, we've thought about that, Burrell. I'm just not sure how many would jump on that. We're really more interested in a powerful upfront video. Last year, the beginning of last year through beta, big time beta in the beginning, we actually had a chalkboard video. Excuse me, what do you call that? The whiteboard video, and the whiteboard explainer of how a business owner and the beacon and everything going through it. It was actually pretty popular. We had lots of views on it, and they used it. Our new techie sci-fi looking website, we couldn't do a whiteboard video. So I know Chad started working on this quite a while back, and we ran into a language barrier on it, and it's kind of been put to the side for a little bit. But we would rather have, Burrell, actually a presentation video that's on there. And again, most people are doing, everybody actually is doing everything face-to-face. I know as a salesperson, I know how awkward it is. Once you're already there face-to-face to show them a video, you feel weird doing it. I know how that is. So the video is really good for just the website itself, and for the website to have, like, if you leave it, your information, and they end up on your website, they accidentally end up watching it themselves. I know a video is nothing you can do when you're doing a face-to-face. It's just awkward to say, hey, watch this, and kind of sit there quietly while they watch it. It just, they say, why can't you just tell me? So, but yes, we are working on a video. We need to get back to work on that, actually. Okay, guys and gals, let's go ahead and hop off of here. We have a lot of work to do, a lot of exciting stuff to come around the bend to you. Bradley wants to apologize to everybody. Right before the meeting started, 20 minutes before, the power went out at his office. So, so he's actually down. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and hop off of here. Thanks for all your hard work. You've been such a blessing to us. We will continue supplying you with lots of resources and things to help you with your sales. We thank you. Let's go ahead and hop off here. Everybody have a great week. Bye for now.